welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea, and if you're new here, welcome. For today's video, we're going to be trying out the ever so viral Kat Von D KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Foundation. Now, I have never seen a product be hyped up so much and then at the same time unhyped, if that makes any sense. So I saw this going completely viral. I saw the swatches with the foundation brush and everybody was like,
oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Best foundation, best coverage.
absolutely amazing for dry skin. So I was like, oh,
Dry skin.
this is made for me. So I haven't shopped from it used to be Kat Von D in a very long time. I used to be obsessed with the liquid lipsticks, especially Lolita and Bow and Arrow, which I actually repurchased not too long ago. But I had never tried any of their foundations, and then this, of course, as things usually go on TikTok, went viral. And before they sold out of absolutely everything, I managed to get my hands on one of these. And then a few days later,
everyone hated it.
So I was like, I just spent $38 on this, and then everybody hates it now. So you know what? I bought it, and I thought it'd be great to review it for you guys. So if you want to see how this foundation wears and how it holds up on my dry skin, then just keep on watching. So my skin is prepped already, and by prepped I mean I did moisturize and I did my eyebrows off camera already. Now I'm going to prime, and I'm going to be using the Angel Veil primer from NYX. I really like this primer. I thought it would be a great base for the foundation. Now I will be trying on the foundation with both a foundation brush and also the beauty blender, just so we can see how each side compares, and then I'll do the rest of my face on camera so you guys can see how powder lays on top of it. Okay, so let's open it up. I did pick up the shade Light 012, and it was the light with neutral undertones because every other light shade was sold out, and I really wanted to get my hands on it. And then turns out yesterday I got a notification that they had restocked, but oh well. I think we're gonna get a pretty good match. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. By the way, update on the eyes. This little eye, there's just a little tiny bit left of the redness, and then we're gonna be fine. So I'm going to be doing my left side, which will be your right, with the foundation brush, and then my right side with the beauty blender. I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics foundation brush. I love this little guy. I've had him but I've had this brush for years, and I really like it. It's really nice. I just prefer a beauty blender overall, or a beauty sponge when I do my foundation, but let's try it out. Let's do like the viral TikToks. So we're gonna swipe, and then okay. So I actually think it's a very nice match for my skin. I'm just gonna grab my mirror and apply it. So far it's layering really nice, and I cannot believe how good of a match this is for my skin. Like, I completely went with the correct undertone. However, I don't love how it's applying with the brush. I don't have a lot of texture in my skin, but it is emphasizing some texture, which never really happens to me. But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to apply it with a beauty blender on this side, and then just go over everything with a beauty blender, just so we don't have that problem. It is a very different consistency. Like, it feels really thick, but then when it's on the skin, you don't feel it at all. I'm gonna go over with the beauty
sponge. It's not a beauty blender.
I'm gonna go over the left side of my face with a sponge, just to make sure everything is nice and blended out. And it does look really nice on the skin. Actually looks like my skin, but better, because it is such a good match for my skin. So if anything, at least I found out that my real true undertone is neutral, which I already suspected it, but now I know for sure. Now I'm going to be applying my concealer, and it's so funny because I'm still being super careful with anything too close to my eyes. And then when it comes to my lid, I barely wear any, just up top, because I still don't want to apply too much of anything on my lid, because when it comes down to taking off my makeup, I have to be super gentle with my eye area, with the mascara that I'm taking off and everything, because we don't want to rub our eyes when you get LASIK done. So let's go and blend out the concealer. By the way, I'm using the Rare Beauty concealer as I usually do. I want to pretty much use everything that I normally use, just so I can give the review a super fair shot and treat this foundation as I would any other foundation. And now I'm going to be setting, and I am using the Maybelline Fit Me powder as I usually do. And now I'm going to be applying bronzer, blush, and highlighter to see how everything lays on top of the foundation. But so far, it actually looks really good. So for bronzer and blush, I'm actually going to be going in with the JACLYN Cosmetics duo. And I've actually been using this quite a lot. And I found that using a different brush for the blush actually made it pop up a lot more. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I think it's so funny that you can see a little sheen on my cheek, and I haven't applied any highlighter yet. So it goes to show that the Good Apple foundation, it's more of a dewy foundation that's gonna make your skin shine. However, I don't mind it. I actually welcome it because I do have dry skin. I could see already how this might not be the best for a very oily prone skin. You might not prefer that if you have more oily skin. Now for blush, we're gonna go back into the same palette, and what I found is that if you use a brush that's a little more dense, the color does show up a lot more. So that is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm also focusing the blush more upwards instead of on the apples of my cheeks, just so it can have a more lifted look. Of course, I still put blush on my nose. That hasn't changed. Then what I've been doing is I go back to a regular blush brush and I just blend everything out. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with the JACLYN Cosmetics in the shade Eyes. I've been so obsessed with this highlighter. A little bit on the Cupid's bow and on my nose. I have been skipping the inner corner as well as the brow bone just because I want to keep that area as free of makeup as possible. Now I'm going to be going in with mascara, and I'm going to use two. I'm going to use the Maybelline Sky High to get that length, and I'm going to go in with the Voluminous Paradise from L'Oreal to give it volume. I have found that this mascara, as I mentioned on my last video, it's really great when it comes to lengthening, but it isn't as great when it comes to volume. And then now I'm going to go in with a second coat with the Voluminous Paradise just to give it volume. Okay, the next thing we're going to be doing is applying lipstick, and I'm going to be going in with the JACLYN Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Krabby. And I'm going to be pairing it with my favorite lip liner, which is from Colourpop in the shade BFF2. And that is it. The last thing I'm going to do is to set my face with the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist spray. And voila! Let me show you guys up close. And now that we're ready, I'm gonna go about my day, and what I'm gonna do is, as usual, I will be checking in and giving you guys an update on the foundation, and then I'll be doing a final update and letting you guys know whether you should get it, what I think of it, how it wore throughout the day, and everything else. Hey Hey guys, so it's been about 4 hours since I applied the foundation and I wanted to do my first check-in because I am planning on doing at least 2. However, I really wanted to love this. I wanted to be the one that's like, no, it's not that bad, but it's not great. And let me tell you why. I have dry skin, so something that is dewy is usually really good for me. However, this foundation, I think it still looks beautiful, but it's creating, like, it's creasing in the weirdest spots ever. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's creasing, first of all, right here, which that has never happened with any foundation that I own. So it was super bizarre when I first looked at myself because why the hell is it creasing over here? So it's creasing over here. I don't know why. By the way, if you guys ever see something on my nose, it's my piercing, not a booger, FYI. Anyway, it's creasing over here. And then every time I move my eyebrows, it has now started to crease. Let me see if I can zoom you in. It has started to crease right here. I go like this. You can see a line, and again, that has never happened with any of the other foundations that I own. I don't know, it sucks because it looks so good when you first apply it and everything laid so beautiful on top of it, and it still looks good from far away especially, but it's creasing in places that never crease on my face. So I will definitely keep you guys updated, but so far, not great. So this is another update I'm doing, probably the last one, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I cannot wait to take all of this makeup off. So I didn't turn any lights on so you could see my face completely, how it looks. But if you can see, actually the lights of my mirror are on, but I didn't turn on the brightness on the camera and I didn't turn on the light that I put on the other side. So I want to zoom you guys in because let's talk about this foundation. Okay, I'm gonna expose myself here. If you can see over here, it's super shiny. My chin is very shiny, and overall it looks really dewy, really shiny, which I don't have a problem with because, like I've said a million times, I do have dry skin, so I actually prefer to feel shiny and a little bit oily as opposed to super dry with my skin cracking everywhere. So that's not the issue I'm having with this foundation. I actually think after hours and hours, it still looks pretty well, and it's been about 9 hours since I applied it, so I think it's a pretty good chunk of time to tell whether you like something or you don't. So I think on camera it looks beautiful. I think from far away it looks beautiful. I think in pictures it looks beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and insert some pictures with no filter, no anything, just with my iPhone so you guys can see exactly how the foundation looked. And honestly, I feel like everything still looks so good on it. The blush, the highlighter, the bronzer still looks really, really well. I feel like the cheek area is what looks the prettiest still, so that's not the issue I'm having. The issue I'm having is that it creased in the weirdest of places, and that's where I'm like, what the heck is going on here? First, right off the bat, it did crease a little bit here, so I don't know if the concealer just didn't match with the foundation very well, but that is the concealer I use the most, so I didn't want to change that about my makeup routine. And it did crease here, which is totally normal, but it usually happens to me a little bit later on. With this foundation, it happened very early on, and I actually did go ahead with my finger and kind of blend it out a little bit because I was going somewhere and it looked not great. The second part, it creased right here in my chin area, and I actually have a close-up from my phone camera to show you guys, which again, super weird. That has never happened to me before, so I was not happy about that. And third, it creased right here in this area, which again, so weird. I do a lot of facial expressions, I feel like you guys can tell. And of course my little lines on my forehead can tell you that. but I just express myself with my face a lot. And so when I do things like this, it usually never really creases with my regular foundation that I use, like the Maybelline, the Rare Beauty foundation. That's never happened. But here, okay, you can see the little indent over here. That was happening. I don't know why. I've never had that happen to me. So that is the other issue I've been having. Other than that, I don't think it looks terrible. Let me get even closer so you guys can really see. But I don't think it looks bad. Everything still looks pretty good. So I'm actually really happy with my cheek area on here. The nose, this usually does happen to me regardless with any other foundation. So I'm not upset about that. Again, the cheek area looks beautiful actually. It looks very luminous. I do like how that held up. It's just the weird creasing that I can't get past. And the feeling that I have on my face, like I feel like I just want to take it off because I feel so greasy, which is so weird because I am so dry. I can't even imagine how somebody with really, really, really oily skin would be able to stand this foundation, because if I have dry skin and I feel this way, I can't even imagine how a person with oily skin would feel. So I don't hate it. I don't love it either. I can't justify or recommend you guys to spend $40 on a foundation that I don't absolutely love. I don't hate it. I actually think it looks really pretty on camera, and for photography, I feel like it would look super pretty. Actually, what I want to do, I'll probably do it tomorrow, is I want to set my whole face and see if that helps. So I don't do that ever just because I don't need to since I have dry skin, but I want to see if after I apply the foundation, I set very lightly, but if I set my whole face, if this will happen. So that is my final update. I'm gonna take all of this off because I can't. I wanted to wear it like 12 hours. I don't see that happening right now because I just feel so greasy. Hey guys, today is Friday the 2nd. I gave the foundation another go, and today, let me say, I don't love it still, but I figured out that I was right. So what I did was that I set it with powder on my forehead, on my chin area, and on my little smile lines. And today, let me zoom you guys in. It did not crease like it did yesterday. And today I actually went out and wore a mask. I went to do my nails and I went to Target for a little bit. And even with the mask, this is what my makeup is looking right now. So I think I'm actually,
I mean, since I already paid for it.
I'm actually gonna get a ton of use out of it because today I do feel more comfortable with it. Yesterday was such a not great experience, but today it's been 11 hours and it still looks pretty okay. A lot better than yesterday. So setting it was definitely the way to go. Oh, will I get use out of it? Absolutely, I'm gonna use it. I mean, I already spent it. Do I think it's as amazing as it was first hyped up to be? No. Do I think you absolutely need it? No. So still iffy about it. I mean, if you have it, set it and then get some use out of it. But if you don't have it, I say don't even waste your time. There's a lot of better foundations out there, especially that are not almost $40. So yeah, that is it. I just did want to update you guys because it's not like it can't be used. Setting it definitely helped a lot, and that's what I'll be doing from now on. And yeah guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What do you think about the foundation? Do you have it? Do you not have it? Are you planning on purchasing it? Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Hit that little bell so you never miss any of my videos, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video.